Alo, Israel. Okay, and we're going to conclude with the Dinah incident. Dinah incident is found in chapter 34. Now Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she had come to Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. Okay, and when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and violated her. No, he raped her. Okay, his soul was strongly attracted to Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the young woman and spoke kindly of the young woman. Okay, Shechem spoke to his father Hamor, saying, "Get me this young woman as my wife." And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter. Now his sons were with livestock in the field, so Jacob held his peace until they came. Okay, then Hamor and father and Shechem went out to Jacob to speak with him. And the sons of Jacob came in from the field when they heard, and the men were grieved and very angry because he had done a disgraceful thing in Israel by lying with Jacob's daughter. Okay, a thing which ought not be done. But Hamor spoke to them, saying, "The soul of my son Shechem longs for your daughter. Please give her to him. Give your daughters to us, and take our daughters to yourself. So you shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade in it, and acquire professions for yourselves in it too." Okay, then Shechem said to his father and her brothers, "Let me find favor in your eyes, and whatsoever you say to me I will give you. Ask me ever so much dowry a gift, and I will give according to what you say to me. But give me the young woman as my wife." Okay, but the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor and his father, and spoke deceitful, because he had defiled Dinah, okay, their sister. Okay, and they said to them, "We cannot do this thing to give your sister to one who is uncircumcised, for that would be a reproach to us. But on this condition we will consent to you, if you will become as we are, if every male of you is circumcised." Okay, then we will give our daughters to you, and we will take your daughters to us. Okay, and we will dwell with you, and will become the one people. But if you will not heed to us and be circumcised, then we will take our daughters and be gone. Okay, and their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son. So the young man did not delay to do the thing, because he delighted in Jacob's daughter. He was more honorable than all the household of his father. Okay, and Hamor and Shechem his son came to the gate of their city, and spoke with the men of the city, saying, "These men are at peace with us, therefore let them dwell in the land and trade in it. For indeed the land is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters as our wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only on this condition that will the men consent to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us is circumcised as they are circumcised." Okay. Will not their livestock, their property, and every animal of theirs be ours? Only let us consent to them, and they will dwell with us. And all who went out of the gate of his city heeded Hamor and Shechem his son. Every male was circumcised, all who went out into the gate in his day. Okay, now it came to pass in the third day, when they were in pain, and two of the sons Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, even took their sword and came boldly upon the city, and killed all the males. Okay, and they killed Hamor and Shechem his son, with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah from Shechem's house. Okay, and went out. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain and plundered the city. Okay, they took everything that was there. Okay, because their sister had been defiled. They took their sheep, their oxen, and their donkeys, and was in the city, and what was in the field, and all their wealth, and all little ones, and their wives, and they took their captive, and they plundered even all that was in the houses. Okay, then Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, "You have troubled me by making me obnoxious among the inhabitants of the island, among the Canaanites, okay, and the Perizzites, and since I am few in number, they will gather themselves together against me to kill me. I shall be destroyed, my household and I. But they said, should not he treat the sister like a harlot? And I agree with that 100%. You know what I mean? You raped the child. You know what I mean? And that wasn't right. You ain't had no business doing that. But how many of y'all know vengeance is mine, said the Lord, I will repay. You know what I mean? It's available on highwaytoheavenchurch.net. You know, they didn't have to take revenge on it. God would have taken care of all that. You know what I mean? But maybe that was a God ordained move in the first place. Maybe it was meant for them to go ahead on and kill everybody in there to get them back for what they did. Maybe that was God's instruction. He told them to do that. You know, we never really know what was really said between that. You know, but the boy had no right to rape her at all. And he didn't apologize at all. He just said he loved her. He loved her. He loved her. You know, he could have asked for her, you know, to give up herself to him. And she wouldn't waited for her to give up himself. He should have exercised restraint, which he did not. He dealt his emotions in a negative manner. Okay, a manner that would get you in trouble. Okay, but the story is talking about Jacob and basically how he handled his anger, and all of the stuff that happened as a result of the mess that Jacob did when he was a child, and all this other stuff came upon him as a result of that, and because he didn't do the right thing. Even after he sinned, he still didn't do the right thing. I don't believe God was pleased with him, and he's not pleased with anybody else who does the same thing that Jacob does. His mother was conniving, his uncle was conniving, Jacob was conniving. They all seemed like they was conniving. Okay? But one thing don't make, two wrongs don't make a right. Okay? But I'm going to conclude with you today, and I want to thank you to join me today for Real Estate, Religion, and You, and this is available on highwaytoheavenchurch.net. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord, I will repay. And I want to thank you for joining me today. Join me next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. to 7, right here on Time Warner Public Access TV Channel 20, and also 12:30 to 1 p.m. in the afternoon, right here on Time Warner Public Access TV Channel 20. And also hit me up on Facebook at Dr. Sylvia Black, and you can visit my YouTube address at sblack3001 at gmail.com. And I want you to holler at a sister, y'all.